Hi folks, it's Sally here, aka Crafting Gal Sal, and I wanted to show you a quick, easy tutorial on how to make this cute little spinner card that I made today. So stay tuned and gather your supplies, and I'll be right back with the little spinner card. All right, before I get started putting this card together, I wanted to show you some of the supplies that I used and that you might be interested in using to make this project. I have the spinner I made using stickers that I bought from the Dollar Tree. So you need to have two of the same kind, or you can make your own by stamping an image and fussy cutting that. Or just simply having a circle with a stamped image, and just make sure you have two of whatever it is that you use. Okay, so that's what I made my spinner from. You're also going to need some kind of a thread to suspend the spinner on. And this is by Gutermann, and it says it's 100% Polyamida, but it's invisible and it is not stretchy, so that's the important thing. Some people use cotton, some people might use nylon, but make sure that whatever you use does not stretch. Okay, so you're going to need that for your spinner. You're going to need some kind of solid card base, and I just used some pretty blue cardstock that I had and cut it to size, and then I found a patterned paper, which is also a nice cardstock, in a coordinating color. I didn't want the pattern to be overwhelming because I want the focus to be on the spinner. So anyway, and I ran this through my my little Big Shot, and I just used my circle punch, and I put it through at the same time. I just had it stacked like that and taped my circle down and ran it through. So I made a quick video of that so that you can see how that just cut both those pieces at one time. So I used that. I also used a hole punch. This is my 2-inch scalloped circle, and I used this to punch the solid color out so that I would have a back for my sentiment on the front, and you're going to need some kind of sentiment. So you've got that. On the inside, I just used a solid white cardstock panel and cut it down to size, and I stamped some little cupcake images on there that I had. This came in a set. There was a whole bunch of little, all types of little images. So I used that. I also used this happy birthday stamp that I have. It's an old Stampin' Up! Stamp. So we've got that. For the inside, let's see. I use my Memento Tuxedo Black. That's my standard. You'll need some scissors. I also used two-sided tape. So I've got that. I used some tape runner. And then you just need some coloring tools. So I used a coordinating Cali Art alcohol marker in blue to do some outlining of my cardstock. I like to outline that. This is a jelly roll. It's like a clear glitter jelly roll that I decorate with. This is from Amaze Pens. It's just a glittery gel pen. And then I found this set. This I got at the Dollar General. It says metallic markers, $3, and I really loved all those colors, so I thought I would use those in coloring my little cupcakes. So I think that's it, and you'll need some glue. So this is my art glitter glue that I like to use. It's nice strong glue. All right, so let's try to get started putting this together. So the first thing you're going to need is your cardstock, okay? And I use the A2 size, so it's cut at 5.5 inches by 8.5 this way, and then you score it so it's scored in the middle, okay? So that's that, and then you need your top piece to go over that, which is just a 1/4 inch smaller in dimension. So instead of 4 1/4, this is cut at 4 inches, and this length is 5 1/4. Okay, so that's the size card that you need, and then you need to cut your hole. So once you have that, you're ready to get started on the spinner part. So like I said, I used this one of the cupcakes, okay? So I'm going to be using these two. Now these are popped up. They've got some two-sided foam tape on the bottom of them, and I don't want them to be popped up. So I'm going to be removing that foam tape from the back of these. So I'm going to do that. Just peel that off carefully. Get as much of that foam off of there as you can. Okay, so there's one. And here's the other. All right. Now, these, when I put them together, back to back like this, they are not perfect. They're not perfectly symmetrical, okay? Some people might not like that. I don't mind. I think it looks cute on the spinner, so, but you might not like that. So if you don't like that, there's several things you could do. You could, like I said, cut a small circle. Let me get my circle punch. Okay, so I'm just going to use this as an example, okay? So you could just cut yourself a circle and put the cupcake on either side. Now this, I would use two-sided, okay? I would use something that has the same, but you get the idea. Or you could even just use a white circle. Okay, so you could put that on both sides of the circle and make your spinner that way, okay? But I don't mind, so I'm going to just leave it the way it is. All right. So now to put your the string or thread on there. Okay, so you need enough that it's going to go across the length of your hole, okay, comfortably. So you're going to go ahead and cut yourself off some of that. All right. So I've got my string, and it's very hard to see on this white background. So I'm just going to kind of show you on the blue background, and it's still hard to see, but you'll get it. You'll get it. Okay, so there's my cupcake. I'm going to go ahead and lay down some two-sided tape on there. All right. And just peel back the backing. And then I'm going to lay my string right down the center of that cupcake. Okay. I call it string, it's thread, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I've got that one. Now I'm going to put some two-sided tape on this one. Same thing, but this time it gets sandwiched on top of the other one. I'm also going to add some of my liquid glue to this one because I want to be sure that it's fastened well, and I want to make sure that that thread doesn't go anywhere. So I'm just adding some glue to that. All right, so I'm gonna remove my blue because I don't want to accidentally get any glue on there. All right, so now this is the tricky part. Laying that down on there. Okay, I got it. And there are many, many people out there on YouTube that you can go watch their videos on how to make these cute spinner cards. So different ways to do it too. So, okay, so there's my little spinner portion. And now I'm going to be fixing it onto the front of the card base, all right, like that. So I'm going to use more two-sided tape. And this is going to get covered over by my pattern paper. So put some tape right there. And this is what's going to hold that thread in place. All right. Along with, you know, any other tape or glue that you use to put that pattern paper on. So, and I just have to turn it sideways. That just works best for me. All right, so now I'm going to try to put this in the center, and okay, like that, and stretch it across. Try to get it as tight as you can. So you don't want it to be loose. All right, so I've got that. Now I'm going to cut off a little bit of extra that's across the top here, because I don't want it going across the top of my card, and that little bit off the bottom. Okay, now I'm going to add some more glue or tape, and this is where I used my tape runner. Okay, so I'm going to flip this over and put my tape on the back of this patterned paper. Try to get it on the edges. And now I'm going to kind of go around that circle, and because I know where that string is going to be coming down, and I want to make sure that I have plenty of adhesive there. All right, this is another tricky part, getting this covering the hole and laying nicely on the front of my card. So there we go. And that one turned out pretty good, pretty good. All right, I've got a little extra here. I could trim that off if I wanted to, if I didn't like it, and same thing with across the top. But for now, I'm gonna leave it that way. Okay, so there's, that's basically how you do your spinner. And like I said, you can use, like I did, just use some stickers. You can stamp your own images. You just need to have two sides, all right? And you spin it, and then when your recipient opens it up, it just spins like that. Okay, so to finish this card out, I'm going to be putting this inside panel right there so that you can see some of the cupcakes, okay? And but I'm going to pause the video because I'm going to go ahead and color those cupcakes, and you don't need to see me doing that. So I'm going to pause the video and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back, and I have my cupcakes colored in. I used my jelly roll to add a little extra sparkle and bling. And now I'm ready to put my sentiment on the front, which I already have it stamped and glued. Now I just need to add a little more sparkle with my jelly roll pen. So I just like to kind of outline those bumps of the scallop like that. Just adds a little extra glitter. And then I'm going to just glue it down on the front. I don't want to pop it up. Again, I really want the focus to be on the spinner, but you could pop it up if you'd like to. It's totally up to you how you decorate your card. All right, so I'm just going to place that right there from the heart. Cute little spinner card for somebody's birthday. And again, you would just wind that up nice and tight and pop that in the envelope, and then whenever your recipient gets the card and opens it up, the little thing is going to spin. Okay, so there is a cute little quick easy spinner card that you can make for somebody, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please, if you did, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment below, And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would appreciate that you would subscribe. So until the next time, happy crafting. Bye.